And what's good, my laughing gas peeps? It's your boy Marweezieee right here with a very special host. I think you guys remember from his other episodes, from his badass trap corridos. We got Brian Shredz.
Hey.
Boy, Brian Shredz, we out here because the homie
Shredz
Johnny
and
couldn't
the-
come through.
Or Eddie. Eddie,
Or
MIA. I hope you're good, my brother. Have no clue where you're at, but I love you. And then we got a very special host, guys. I know you've seen him in the last episode from when we brought in Slow It Down podcast. Shout out to them. But we got my boy Stefan from God's Kingdom. We had to bring him because he's a dope designer all the way from Long Beach. Tell him what's up, brother.
All the way from the north. Yeah. 2-hour drive out here to Escondido, from Long Beach. It was a beautiful drive, though. It was therapeutical. We could either complain about driving and being stuck in traffic, or we could actually just enjoy it. Because that's what life has already happened anyways, right?
Some people don't even have the luxury to even be in a car.
Yeah, being thankful, coming out of a spirit of gratitude rather than just like finding ways to be, just upset about. We don't want to, we just want to live in joy.
That's for sure. Like my grandpa Dave, rest in peace, said, you gotta live life one day at a time, and you gotta make the best of it, of what you got.
Exactly. Make the most of the opportunity.
Exactly. Like I told you the other day, hey, when you call me, how you doing? I want, hey, I'm here again in this lovely world.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm living. I'm breathing.
Right.
So I'm doing good.
Amen.
That's a lot of people might not be.
As long as you got the essentials,
Yeah.
all we need is even just being fed.
Yeah. But today's episode, guys, is focused on fashion. My boy right here, if you guys don't know him already, from God's Kingdom, he's a fashion artist. He's an artist. He's so creative when it comes down to this new line of fashion. As you can see, look at how fresh he looks.
And he's a rapper.
And he raps.
Yeah.
And he raps. So he's a man of many talents. He's an entrepreneur.
Myself.
So I want you guys to get a little glimpse of what it's like in the fashion industry in LA. All those LA vibes. I know everybody that watches is mostly from SD, but we got people from all around the world.
Yeah.
But I want them to know a little bit about that LA vibes, bro. So if you can tell them a little bit of about your brand, about what you do and who you are.
Yeah. I'm just a man who has a vision, and this vision comes infinitely from God. I'm plugged into the main source. So
Cheers to that. Amen.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it ain't even just about me or what I do. It's about like who's moving through me, and that's God. It's Jesus Christ, and I can put you guys on too. It's like if y'all looking for the main factory or the main plug is Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? But that's the one who fills me with so much vision, and with the vision, you gotta have this urgency. Like I gotta get it out there. Like I can't just think of it and sit on it. Like I won't stop until it's done. Whether I have to cancel meetings, I end up being late. It's a good and a bad thing. Of that I'm having trouble with is like time management, because I'm always late, and it's because I have a problem with like I won't leave until it's fully done. And sometimes it requires a lot of details, and then going even beyond that. I'm always trying to outdo myself. So how it's like being an artist making a song. Even though you made a hit, you made a dope record, you still trying to, on the next studio set, you trying to outdo the last one. You always trying to hit it from a different cadence, different sound, different, storyline or emotions. So
I think that's how artists work. Is that how you work too?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like sometimes when I try too hard, it doesn't come out that good.
Yeah.
Never. You can't
Sometimes
force it.
when I don't even try, that's when the fucking bangers come out.
Yeah.
That's true.
It happens when you come from a place of just having fun with it and just being yourself.
Yeah.
Like you can't fake that.
Nah.
I feel like when it comes like not easy is because it's not you're not being 100 with yourself.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt. Shoot, dude, and then in LA where there's a bunch of fashion design and all that, a lot of competition. How is that?
Competition?
Yeah,
man,
how
I
is
don't look
that?
at competition, man. Like I look at like, I'm just in my own lane.
That's right,
So why is it
exactly.
competition? So I want you to win. I want you to eat.
Yeah.
Okay, you doing better than me. It's not even like that. Like say like financially or as a brand, like I love being around those type of guys, A lot of people are inspired by what I've done and what I've sacrificed and turned my living room to, and the story of quitting your corporate job, and just chasing your dream, building a brand, and having the heart of having the fear of failure, right? So many people can relate with that. Like, if you're gonna quit your job and chase your dreams, your biggest fear, I mean, I don't know for you guys, but for me, it was failure. You know?
Yeah.
Because what if I had to end up back up in this Honda lot, you know, working back at Honda? But the point is this, like, for you guys out there, if you guys on the verge of, like, should I quit, should I not? You're never going to have your plans all together. There's no perfect, like, my good friend had told me when I quit, he confirmed with me, he's like, bro, there's never no perfect time to quit. And he was the one who just radically just quit his job and it just didn't feel right and just took time off just to figure himself out, you know, go on long bike rides, go to San Fran, just go, you know, feel relieved by being liberated. So when I quit my job and career, you know, for you guys, like, it's like a celebration now. Imagine, you know, like a homie who quit their job.
Yeah.
It'd be his devastating story, you know, last 10 years ago. Now in this age, it's like we celebrate it. Oh, let's go. Oh, yeah, we finna turn up, you know?
Yeah.
It's a celebration. So, but yeah, the fear of failure is like, what's more important, like the humility and the fear of failure? You coming back to this establishment, you know, corporate business, wherever you were working at, and knowing, like, either that or knowing the fact that you gave it a shot, because this is the only time you got, you know.
Yeah, time is of the essence. You know, it sounds cringe, but it's like that's all. Like you said, that's all you got. And if you don't take the step forward and actually try to follow your dreams and do what you want, it ain't gonna come true. A lot of people say, "Man, I'm gonna do this show." You know, I see Marweezie's doing a podcast or whatever. Oh, I'm gonna do it too. And I tell them, dude, do it. Yeah. I even give them pointers to do it.
Right.
But then time passes and they don't do it. And I'm like, all right, dude, you gotta put in your work.
Isn't it crazy? I put you on, like, I'm not trying to toot my horn or anything, but like, I love, you know, giving you, like, say when you was trying to put this podcast together, you should ask simple questions. Hey, what was the console you guys use? What kind of mic? You know, the M27, simple things like that. Exactly. It's like, it's easy game, bro. Come on, man. Like, you know, I want you to build and live out your dreams, bro. I ain't the only one with a dream. And this is,
thank you, brother.
Yeah.
No, thank you, because a lot of people, if you ask them questions, I'm pretty sure you get that in the music industry too. If you ask questions, they don't tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Or they don't tell you what's up, you know.
No, I know.
They don't give you pointers.
It's crazy because you could also be old and you could, like, regret not even trying what you wanted to do.
That's true. That's true.
Man,
exactly.
When you're abundant, you're overflowing. You're pouring to people's cup. You know, when your cup is overflowing, you're gonna pour into others.
And it's funny how you say, like, you know, like, if you have a dream, and sometimes it might not come in the moment, but it's when God says, you know, when Jesus Christ says,
it ain't mine.
You know, like, there's been times when I'm like, all right, you know, like, I'm doing really good economically and all that. I could have, like, I was just, like, talking to my wife about it, dude. I'm all like, I can buy this in a fucking snap of a finger, you know, like, everything, like, in a snap of a finger. But I didn't. Instead, I was out partying with my homies, buying tremendous amounts of 1942 bottles, Clase Azul, all that, you know, for everybody. You know, spending thousands of dollars when, like, I'm like, fuck, dude. I remember the last time that I partied before I had the baby. We had our baby. I spent, like, probably, like, shit, like $3,000 at the fucking bar. You know what I mean? For bottle service and shit. We got, like, 2 bottles of Clase Azul. It was like $3,000 with, you know, with tip and all that, because they charge you tip instantly. You can't be like, oh, I'm only gonna give you 50. Hell no.
Yeah.
The bartender already comes out, all right, it's gonna be like 10% of charges, like, you know, be like.
Now looking back on it, do you see, like, was it worth $3,000 to you?
You know what? The memories, I guess, you know, because that's the only thing you take with you when you die. But from a point of view of, like, of as a, you know, grown adult, is like, fuck, dude, what was I thinking? You know, like.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We start to see the value of currency now, the dollar. Because basically, if I can, you know, just share, like, I was spending frivolously too. Let's just be honest. Yeah. Who needs to spend $3,000 on a night just to have some fun?
Exactly.
Let's just be honest. Bro.
Yeah.
Like, imagine putting $3,000 towards production. You need mic now. Okay, you need light production. Like, throw it towards an you know, a income producing asset. You know, for your dreams and your entity. You know, like, that's much more worthy.
I know, and I was telling my wife, when I do it, if I would have bought this stuff years ago, you know, if I would have taken that leap,
you know what I'm saying?
Shit, who knows where we've been at right now?
Right.
But it's never too late.
Yeah,
so everybody
started.
You know,
now you started. That's the point. Just to start, bro.
Exactly.
Hey, look, if I could just share with y'all, look, you're never gonna have a perfect plan. This is where y'all gonna like get stuck at because you're trying to have it thoroughly planned out. You're not gonna have it thoroughly planned out. Just take the first step. When you take that first step, you're gonna get this. Once you get this first base, you're gonna know how to get to second base. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna get to third. You're gonna take it home. So like, just get to first base, batter up. You know what I'm saying? You know, get a swing, you miss. It was a curveball, and then once you crack that ball, you better run. You know.
And all businesses too, they don't. You know, everybody's watching young entrepreneurs. None of them make any money at the beginning, guys.
Yeah.
Just know this.
It's like it's an investment.
Right.
And if you don't invest, just like all the companies, like I remember when Chick-fil-A started years ago, they would go around to schools and all. They would give away free chicken sandwiches, free meals to all the kids. Just imagine. So I remember they went to my school in Carlsbad because that's where they started opening the first Chick-fil-A. Yeah. In Carlsbad, and this was like in shit. What was it, like in the early 2000s? Probably I think when it started, and they would come and give out all the kids like free chicken sandwich, bro. Yeah. So just think about it. Wow. If there's like 30 students times like let's say 50 classrooms, this is just a small, you know, we're talking about how much is that? 30 times 50, that's 1,500, right? So 1,500 free chicken sandwiches.
Wow. Every what?
They just came and gave away, you know, everybody just for that one day. They gave everybody a ticket to go and get a free chicken sandwich. Just show that you're
why did they give them that ticket?
That's when they first opened. So they're giving away free chicken sandwiches.
Like in the beginning of Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, so people can come and eat them and try them and all that.
Exactly.
You know. So they obviously didn't make any money that year. That second year probably. You know, it's overhead charge and all that. Everything, the startup fees. And all that, but then afterwards, everybody started saying, "Oh, dude,
when did they do
that's
this?"
Facts. That's crazy.
I was a kid, dude. I was a kid. Yeah, I was like I was in middle school.
Can we open the door?
I was in middle school. Somebody opened the door that we got somebody coming into the studio, guys, all the way from. Hold on, who is it?
All the way from the hood.
Yeah, Sean.
Sean. My God.
Oh, what's happening?
Come and say what's up to the camera, dog. Come over here. Come on. Come sit over here. Say what's up. What's up, Jay?
Hey.
What's good?
We got the homie Sean.
With the
My boy right here. My boy Stephen. We got Sean.
You know how we doing? Your favorite Weddle? Hey, I'm gonna go next door.
All right, baby. Is he here already?
I think so. Should be or no?
Maybe is there a little white truck there? Or go check.
Okay.
Go see.
All right, I'm gonna go in.
All right, babe.
Nice to see you guys.
For sure, brother. Yes, sir. Be safe.
I like the hair, Jay. What's up?
Looking a little like my
come
Weezy.
say what's up. Come on, come and say what's up. Come and say what's up, Jay. It's been a hell of a while. What's up, Jay? How you doing?
With the Marweezieee
You guys
style?
remember Jay right here? Yeah, you see?
I had to copy your style.
Hell yeah.
That shit looks harder. It looks better on you.
Good seeing you guys, though.
Nice to see you too. All right, guys. So we're gonna continue. You know, have some homies vibing right here. Haven't seen them in a minute.
The homies and put up.
But like we're talking about entrepreneur stuff.
Entrepreneurship.
Hey, if you don't risk, then there's no reward, right?
Yeah. High risk, high rewards.
Now,
brother.
tell me the moment that idea came into your head or into place into your heart that you're like, all right, I'm gonna start God's Kingdom. Where did it come from?
It was honestly over a lunch of ceviche in the hood.
What?
What
Ceviche? That's right.
Yeah, shout out to the Morisco spots on Cherry.
Ooh,
Cherry
what is it
South.
called?
I don't want to put the spot on, but it's a Morisco spots I can't fully pronounce, bro. I don't even know the name. I just go there. I just know the corner of the plaza.
He's not trying to put us on deck, guys. He's
trying
to keep it to himself.
It's actually called Morisco's Huero or something like that. Morisco's Yera with the Guerra, something like that.
Does your girl know
what's it called? Morisco's, I don't know. The Morisco spot, what?
Okay. Well, anyways, he's got a dope ass Morisco spot, guys. Throw him a DM.
Nah.
He'll tell you where it's at. He'll give you a little tour of LA.
It was right off of Cherry. It's a ceviche spot I grew up on. You know what I'm saying? Since
what kind of ceviche? There's fish ceviche, octopus.
Fish ceviche. Simple as that. Because the owner, he go catch the fish. And it's all family owned, so his mom, you know, his auntie,
that's
like,
right.
like his dad, you know, chopping up, doing the salsa, fresh, homemade. And, bro, it's so cheap, bro. Ceviche, tostada ceviche is only $175. And it's fire, bro. It's bomb, like good. And then the shrimp is only be like $3.75.
No wonder my boy's like, I ain't gonna reveal the spot because I don't want the
I don't
person
even know how to
to go
pronounce
up.
it. I just go. It's some spots when you grew up in like, you know, certain neighborhood, you don't even know the name. You just know where it's at, and you pull up all the time. Like, you know, you know them. Sometimes I don't even know the name because, you know, like they don't really have much of a sign, kind of. But anyways, it was over a conversation with Ceviche and my boy Kino, Esco Kino, my brother in Christ. He was like, "Yo, bro, like, I never told anybody this, but like, I don't know. I just want to share this with you. Like, I feel like you know, we should start a brand called God's Kingdom."
Yeah.
And you know, he had a vision to do pop-ups for like all the church events we go to.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So it started off like a Christian. You want to be like
for the kingdom that we were already in.
Yeah,
you know.
of course.
So before clothing, like what we lay our lives for is for Jesus Christ. You know, and making disciples of all nations and advancing the kingdom, living for the kingdom of God. You know, knowing the keys how to inherit the kingdom, and we want to share the keys. And we're here to share the good news. You know what I'm saying? Like, so spread that gospel and truth and free people. You know. So other ways of forms of communication is clothing. So, you know, I used to be on campus, like me and my boys, we used to go evangelize one by one. Just like, hey, what's up, brother? Like, you know, how you doing? I'm Steph. You know, like, you know, what class you going to? Like, oh, you believe in Jesus Christ? You know, evangelize that way, right? Yeah. But now it's got to a point where I use fashion and clothing as a seed, as a conversation sparker. You know what I'm saying? And for us to even have a conversation about God or those who's wearing it. So anyways, my boy Kino, he brought up to my attention, and his vision is to, you know, to feed the church, all the conferences we go to.
So is your boy Kino still working with you?
No. Okay. I'm gonna get to that point.
Okay, my bad.
So, you know, not to interrupt like that, but like,
continue.
Anyways, fast forward, I feel like I was building this brand. I was alone in the field. The reason why I rock these gloves, you know, like, cause my favorite sport is football, you know, and I'm in the field. You know, if you throw a lob, I'm gonna catch it, we're gonna score. That's the type of hustle, you know, mentality I have. Anyways, I was out here designing, cooking it up. I'm in, you know, summer asphalt in 2018 on Melrose in front of, like, you know, the oven where they're making asphalt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Doing a pop-up in front of that. That was the only space we had on the alley on Melrose. And just thugging it out like that. And you know, I'm not here to spread any bad thing towards, you know, any bad blood towards my brother Kino. He's my brother at the end of the day. But I just felt like he wasn't with me. I felt like I was by myself, and it was really my, like, just the vision that I'm just creating. And you know, he helped out in the beginning, but then, like, he stuck to, like, real estate and barbering. And then I just had a vision, like, I see this as a designer. I see this next to Louis Vuitton, Montclair, Saint Laurent, you know, Chrome Hearts. And my mission is not for the healed who needs a doctor, but the sick. So those who are lost, those who don't believe in God, those who are atheists and who represent 666, even them too, will wear God's kingdom. And, you know, through God's timing, like, transform their hearts and minds, you know, like, to see the truth in life. Because, like, you know, this world is blatantly lost, right? So anyways, we got to a point where I just felt some type of way, and I kept, you know, he's the type of person, like, you can express it to. He's like, yo, bro, I can see you bothered, bro. Like, you know, we could talk about it. At the end of the day, before we did anything or signed anything, we're brothers in Christ. So not the brand or the money will ever, like, distort our relation, brother in Christ. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's very important, if you're going to partner with somebody, you know, their morals and ethics and spiritual faith align with yours. Yeah, you know, that's deeper than just money or the company. Yeah. So, you know, we got to a cordial conversation where, like, hey, look, everything you make is 100% yours. I'm not trying to, like, eat off your plate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could run with it. You know, I could even sign out. But all I ask is, like, you know, just look out for me one day. And of course, you know what I'm saying? That's my brother. So, like, if it wasn't for him, you know, I wouldn't. He unlocked this door for me, you know? And I just needed someone to walk with me. Because sometimes I'm always alone in the field. Sometimes I just need that one person to believe in me and walk with me, and I'll take it all the way. Like I said, just throw me the ball, throw me the lob, I'm finna score, you know? 90 yards down, I'm finna score. So. And
you know what, now that you're saying about that alone, you know, you gotta be alone sometimes. There's a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of fake TikToks. I feel like sometimes people say, oh, I'm alone, You know, I'm a lone wolf in this entrepreneurship. Nobody's ever helped me. That's a lie.
Yeah, it's never.
There's
never
always
just yourself,
there's always some sort of mentor or somebody.
Yeah.
You know, like that has to guide you at least. You know,
Yeah.
at least by the guidance of God. You know, or
right,
Jesus.
Exactly.
So, but
that's where all my creativity comes from.
You got any questions? Any questions for him?
Have you always been into fashion, or how did that start?
Yeah, so
shout out to my boy Changuito backstage.
This elder man today, I was getting Starbucks.
Yeah.
And he was staring at me. And it was an elderly Caucasian man. He was staring at me, and I'm like, what's he staring at? And I just kept walking minding my business. And then when I was out in the lot by my car, he came back out. Now he got a Starbucks. He was still staring. I just looked, and I'm like, bro, why is he still staring? And I looked the other way because I'm trying to, you know, I don't like people staring at me.
Yeah.
But then, he, you know, it wasn't even like that. He was like, hey, bro, like, do you believe in Jesus Christ? I was like, yeah. You know, automatically, it just, like, put my guard up, you know? So, because I was like, bro, why you keep staring? It's kind of, like, creepy. But I guess it just caught his attention, right? It's a piece of clothing, right? So he's like, yo, like, I really like, that's a cool shirt. And I was like, yo, it's actually my brand. Like, he was asking if I go to church, you know, around there. Anyways, he said, so this is what you do, like, for a living? He's like, yeah. It's like, so how do you know that, like, you know, you found, you're living your purpose, you know? And I say, how you know you're used and called by God is because it's something keep knocking on your door multiple times. It's answering the calling. Everybody has a calling, but do they answer? So
then that's when you figured out but you already had your clothing on. So he's asking, like, when did you decide, you know?
Yeah, so basically it's so many reoccurrences in my life that kept knocking on my door to do fashion, right? So
so you were working in Honda.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
this is even before that.
You were already thinking about, you know, I want to design clothes, or that came when your boy brought you the idea.
It was always a childhood, like, desire.
Yeah, see, I think that's what he wanted to know.
Okay,
you know,
so
like,
since I was in the 7th grade, it started with a white puffer jacket I got from Tilly's. My mom was able to get me, and I was so stoked. Yeah. I cut off all my skateboard graphic tees, and I just glued it, you know, fabric glued from Michael's. And I patched it all over, and it was actually dope. And that was my first ever, like, design. Then I got in high school, and then I was the unpopular kid who just a skateboarder, and I was quiet in school, bro. When I was from high school, either I was a class clown or I was just quiet. Either I vibe with y'all or I just don't. You know, I'm just in my own world. And I was that unpopular kid, you know, who happened to, like, this is when the Reynolds came out with America's. They put a stud. They put a rhinestone stud up in the end of the shoelace, and I was like, that's fire. What if I could find those and, like, get multiple of those, and on the my circus though, grab those by throwing on my circus, it's like dot dot, it's like a hole that spells a C. I'm gonna punch it through and just spread the prongs out, and these are diamonds. I was in the 10th grade in the East Campus in Paramount High School, and I was walking around with that in the yard, and then just all the popular kids, like, from shout out to Stars, you know, shout out to the Hollywood, shout out to Babe Stars, and if y'all know, YG know. But all of it, they was watching the drip. It's like, dang, that's hard, bro. Like, where'd you get those from? And I was just telling, like, yeah, you can get it from Michael's, like, you know, putting the rhinestone rivets that came from the Andrew Reynolds, the Americas.
That's
and
dope.
Then I saw that, like, dang, I inspired, like, you know, it was this group of these Mexican kids called Stars, you know, Stars and Straps. I think that's what it was at the time. Just Stars. They were called Stars. And they started doing it, you know, and I'm like, dang, I
remember that brand, Stars and Straps, actually.
Do you think rapping had to do something with the type of clothes you wear?
Yeah, definitely. Hip-hop? Because I'm from the streets, you know, like, I don't gang bang, and you don't have to be from the streets. Like, exactly, I just love being outside, and I'm with the culture. We are the culture. We make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, look at how fresh, you know, right now, like Brian is looking. Right. If you know, he's from the streets too, but he don't gangbang. You know what I mean? But you know, like, probably back in the day, if he was dressed like that, he'd probably gotten hit up. Like, hey, what's up? Where you from? Right. But right now, it's fashion.
Right. You know? And I'm just being honest too. Like, so I grew up in a gang territory. I grew up in a gangbang environment. You know, my day ones, these, you know, full-fledged gangbangers.
East Los or what?
Nah. I don't want to say the game because I don't want to, you know, bring that heat on me. Yeah. But, like, you know, on the
I'm saying from, like, the East LA, or from what part of, like,
Northside Long Beach.
Northside.
Yeah. Like, full fledged crippin', you know. I grew up in that lifestyle, but like I never want to hold that title, you know, because I promised my parents I would never gangbang. That was the biggest fear because we grew up in the hood.
Yeah,
Exactly. And they made me promise, you know, like to them that I would never ever, you know, because they would disown me.
What was the craziest childhood memory you have from growing up in the hood? And
like police, you know, shooting with a shotgun, you know, hitting, like chasing his car and then hitting the walls, and you see the brick, you know, spreading apart, like, and honestly, seeing in the hood, you see family versus like family, like the moms, the son beating up the other mom, like crazy. I'm just like right in front of my eyes while I'm just skating, and you see the ghetto bird, you know, and then just it's a lot of time in the par is where a lot of where they got the yellow tape and just got the whole SWAT team swarmed up and the birds, you know, flashing their lights on my balcony window, and while I'm doing homework, you know, just like kind of like Boys in the Hood. It was a normal, you know, just a normal every on a Wednesday or a Thursday, and they always like it's always some activity, you know. And to me, it was like exhilarating, but now we look back, it's like, dang, we so corrupted, you know. But living in it, it feels normal.
Bro, last time that I went to Long Beach, and this is fast forwarding now, so many years after, because I'm pretty sure the story you're talking about, that's when you were a kid.
Yeah.
When I went over there to Slow It Down podcast, but I stopped by to buy a 1970 bottle of tequila for you guys.
Oh, yes, sir.
And I'm walking in, I'm right there, right? We're chilling. Some guy was taking a while to buy something. Yeah. All of a sudden, bam, bam. You're like a fucking little 40 dog or something. I think it was like a 40 pop I was seeing from the cameras. We were seeing from the cameras. Yeah, somebody right there is not like, hey, what's up, fool? Where you from now? It's like, well, you talking shit? What's up? It's like, he shot up like nothing, and there was some person there's like, oh my god, are you guys gonna call the cops? I'm like, man, this happens all the time.
They already gone anyways.
Yeah, they gone.
But you know, and that lifestyle is normal, and we should reassess those type of like reactions, you know, coming up from what we come up from, just because like it's normal. We don't need to react off emotions or trigger like a 3-second emotion that dictate the next 25, you know, for the rest of your life, you know, the outcome or consequence of that. So I feel like there's other forms of us to respond, you know, to say hatred or opposition. We don't have to just, you know, up and kill just because you stared at me. Yeah. But it's crazy, like I said in the song, like, I'm from the city, if you lurk, it can get you murked, you know? Like, it's just sad to say, but that's what happens. Yeah. And it was almost in me too. Like, see, it's like embedded in me, but I'm not finna murk him. But like, you know, like the older Caucasian dude that, you know, that kept staring at me. I felt like you're like, yo, stop staring at me.
Yeah, because you grew up in the hood thinking, you know, like that, you know.
Yeah, but I wasn't trying to. That's why I'm trying to avoid situation. I just looked the other way. But
have you guys seen those TikToks where like this kid goes, he's like, all right, going to the most, you know, dangerous part of the hood and staring at somebody, or wearing the opposite colors in the hood, like, fool. Yeah, I think that was about to get hurt at one point.
He's been here to Esco.
He's been here in Esco?
Yeah, he didn't want to pull up to Washington Park.
No?
Yeah, everybody was like telling him to pull up to Washington Park, you know?
Yeah.
Because he pulls up to like the most places that there's no one there to get down with and shit. Yeah. He'll go up to old people and stuff, you know?
Some of those are probably staged, huh?
Yeah,
sure. I'm pretty sure some of those things are staged.
If you offer them money, then they listening.
Who's over there? Is that Changuito? Hi. No, I don't think he's going to come in. He's just... Or are you going to come in? You can say what's up? Okay, come on. Come and say what's up. Wait, we got an artist, guys. Straight up from Rancho Humilde. Come here. Come and say hi.
Hey, it's plugged in, right? The Meyer?
Yeah. What's up, Pooh?
Get in.
Siente aquí. Sit down. Say what's up.
What are you guys talking about today?
We're talking about clothing design. You want to ask some questions?
Shit.
What you gonna say?
Did you guys?
What you want to say?
I don't know what you guys asked.
No, we're interviewing him because he's a fashion designer. Any fashion design questions?
She said the 3 cameras are cutting him off.
No, we'll talk about that.
No, we got a big one.
Advertising.
That one.
Okay.
Shaquito's dropping his song this month. I'm not sure what day, but he's dropping.
On
the 12th.
The 12th.
And where's it coming out?
All digital platforms.
Yes, sir.
All right, you guys heard it.
What's the song called?
Aquí seguimos.
Huh?
Aquí seguimos.
And where they find you at? What's your name? Your artist name?
Poder Asignado.
How you say it? How you type it? He's gotta know.
Poder, Poder, Asignado, Asignado.
Power assign.
Power assign.
Sometimes you gotta spell it out though. Some people don't know. You know?
But it's gonna come out through the Rancho Mile channel probably, huh?
Yes, sir.
Alright, it's coming out through the Rancho Mile channel, guys. So you guys will see him there.
Humble Ranch.
Alright, let's get back to
Badass. But anyways, ask him a question. What's up? Ask him a question. Here, hold on.
Well, I don't know what question you guys have asked already, so it's like.
We'll just ask him when did he get the idea to want to, you know,
make clothes.
You guys ask how
Here.
you start everything from scratch or what?
From scratch.
Do you start all your stuff from scratch? I don't know if they asked this question already, so.
Woo!
Or some of it.
Depends what it is, you know.
Yeah.
The point is to get the vision done, project done. So some may need to start from scratch, like cut and sew, which is called cut and sew.
Yeah.
Picking the fabric, dyeing it, you know, cut out the patterns, sew it all together, grade it from small to 2X, you know, the jeans from 30 to 40 or 38. Or some, you already get some constructed, like say like the tees, you know, if I already know a spot that make US grown tees in the shape I like, and all I need to do is like alter it a little bit, like just an inch, and save more money than doing cut, you know. If it's already basic cut and sew in LA, I'm gonna run with that, you know. So to answer that question the most honest way is like, it depends what project it is. Some are from scratch and some are I'm about to decorate it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a blank canvas.
And all your the diamonds is you put it one by one?
Yeah, but now we have I hire a machine now that set the stones into a sheet, and then I have to place the stones, and this requires a certain like backing. You need a sponge to push the fabric up against these multi-cut stones because it's different depths to it, and you have to hit at a certain temperature with a certain pressure, and then reverse it, and then, you know, cook it from the inside. Yeah. And then, you know, it's a whole process to it. So when you recook it, you have to sponge and push. It's not easy as just pressing it. You know, it requires a whole, like, you gotta put it, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm just here to get the vision done.
Oh yeah.
What's up?
Brian, that's a question. You haven't asked any questions, Brian. That's a question.
What's your plan with your music, bro?
The music,
like, are you just you do it for a hobby, or are you trying to like,
I do it to motivate, to like, for those out there who building the brand or who hustling, who's an entrepreneur on the last stretch, you know, who already went their last, you know, 16th hour, 12th hour, but going on another 4, and they had to hit the road, they getting sleepy. I want to make that music that keep you going, you know, going on that last stretch that you surpass the threshold, but you keep going because, like, I'm finna hit another limit that humanely is impossible, but this God energy is gonna take you there.
Are you gonna focus more on like gospel rap, like, you know, Christian rap, or are you gonna more like a mix of like God and the streets?
Both. I can't hide from it, you know, like.
Yeah, most of. But do you see yourself, like, let's say you go, you know, in the future when you go bigger, do you see yourself performing for like audiences in like in the city, or do you want to perform mainly for like, let's say, big church events and like church stuff like that?
Man, I just want to keep it raw, just how real it is, you know. Like, I'm like, you might have to come to the function in the streets, you know, to come see one of our functions. And then it gets to like, you know, big venues, you know. But I'm just sharing a piece of what cultivated me, you know.
Yeah,
I'm just sharing that culture, you know. I'm not here to stage it.
Question?
So like, that's how I want to come, bro. I don't want to come like, oh yeah, hire these models, yeah, have them in the video. Oh yeah, let's hire this whip right here, throw it right here. Oh, let's hire all this, you know, this pure space, you know, it ain't even my place, or like, you know, I just want to show like what's really going on, you know. Shoot, I'm in the living room cooking up. Yeah, that's how I want to show my music videos.
Yeah, you don't want to fake the funk.
Yeah, I just want to give them a real life story, because I'm gonna, well, God willing, could be massively successful, and I just want to show the process through it. You know, when we thugged it out, and I never gave up and persevered. You know, kept God first. You know, and that will boost and turn the non-believers to believers. You know, with my like journey through this God's kingdom, it turned non-believers to believers. Literally, they shared to me today, like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I doubted you in the beginning, but seeing how God worked in your life and what I'm seeing, everything you said before it happened, you literally said it and it's happening. I can't help but to acknowledge that God is facts. Like, bro, I'm in the Bible now. Like, they trying to seek that. Like I said, I'm putting you onto the main plug.
Does being a Christian make you like struggle and what type of music you're gonna make, or like what you say in your music?
It is challenging, bro. It's challenging because like it's all right. So if I'm being honest, my music before coming up, like how I started, I was a ratchet rapper. Like, I was being a honey with you, you know. And I had to turn away from that because like, do I want to be known when I go to my grave? Do I want to be known who was talking like that? Yeah. Let's say if I have a daughter or a son, you know, oh, that's my dad right there, and talk about all that, you know, some. I ain't even gonna say it, but real ratchet. So then I started, you know, switching my mindset of like what I want to be known for and leave a good name, you know, because I'm not here to be like the world, conform to the world. Just because everybody else talking like this doesn't mean I need to. You know, I'm not here to conform to the world. I'm here to, you know, transform the world. You know, like from starting with me. You know.
For sure.
That's something that my boy right here, Aldo. You know, that I tell him, I'm like, dude, I like how, you know, your music and all that. He doesn't try to like go with like trends, you know what I mean,
right.
or nothing like that. He sings from his heart,
right? And
like, you know, what he likes, that's what he's gonna do. Exactly. Sometimes he'll be singing classic, like old school songs, you know what I mean, and like other singers from nowadays, don't even know or don't even sing. You know, I'm not talking shit about you, Brian. I love you. You guys touching each other? You look, I already saw you unbutton one of his jeans and shit, or what?
It's been ready for him.
Why you looking that way?
For the kids that want to start their own brand, like what's something you want to, you know, like what if they want to start their brand, but they don't know how to do it, they're holding back, you know?
Yeah.
Something like that. Like
remove the fear, remove the doubt, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna have to go through doubt and fear and imposter syndrome. So, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that's stopping you is you. So like if you could remove 2 fear factors, like which is like fear and doubt, you know, you're gonna make it happen. So just take that first step. Who cares what anybody thinks? It's about how do you feel, you know? How do you see yourself wearing this shirt or making this shirt or making these pair of jeans, or, you know, who knows, Eisenhower jacket, you know, Sherpa, whatever, carpenter jeans or overalls, whatever you see, you know, like that you will be hyped on, like, ooh, you know, like that ooh feeling, like as a kid. See, I always go back to like my 17-year-old self, my childlike nature, like, ooh, that's like ooh, you know what I'm saying? You see me in my videos, like, ooh, that's fire, you know. It's like I have to be on that type of energy, you know, like that's when I know it's it, you know. So if I were you guys, just if you see what stopped me when I was 18, I wanted to start at 18. But it was my fear and my doubt that stopped me until 10 years later. It took a decade later for me to start the brand when I was 28, at 2018. But 2008, when I was only 18 years old, I had this in my mind to start these brands and really shift like my homies who are real graffiti, like, you know, gangs, like, you know, like crews from the cities. Like they was out there, you know, on the trains, on the 710, you know, on the bridges, all over LA. And I'm seeing my homies getting locked up, you know. I'm like, dang, how can I reverse that? Like, yo, instead of like, I know y'all, you know what I'm saying, we hitting these walls out there, let's just take it, you know, to the books. And I'm like, let's get these silk screens, let's print on shirts, you know, we can make a living out of this together. So that, you know, that was my vision and all that. And I was trying to take it, you know, I picked it up, I started it, got it started, but then sometimes there's envy within, you know, that circle where like, oh, you just trying to take this and run with it for yourself. Like, bro, like I said, for us, you know, like I have a vision, let's put this on shirt. But it's always, you know, when ego gets involved, no, I need to be that guy. No, I need to be like, yo, let's do this together. So basically that's what stopped it. And my fear of like, I don't know how to start business. I don't know how to start an LLC, how to get your name registered, how to get a trademark, you know? And I let that fear stop me. But all you have to do is go on Google. You know what I'm saying? So don't let fear stop you. Don't let the doubt stop you, your own mind. Only person stop you is your own self, you know, and it starts right here. So, you know what I'm saying? Feed your mindset into like, oh yeah, I'm finna make this the biggest brand, that, you know, in the world, biggest, you know, Christian brand or, you know, faith-based brand ever in this generation to the next generation forever, and it's mankind, you know, like.
And is there a designer in particular that you looked up to?
definitely like Virgil Abloh.
Rest in peace, the legend.
Man, Abloh, because his mindset, it was all about his philosophy. He says, as long as you could tweak it 3 to 10%, that's your own, creativity. And it's all about picking up a piece of a conversation and continuing that conversation of that piece of product or art, And
that's funny that you say that that's your idol, because I think I've called you on, dude, you're like the next, like, and nothing disrespectful towards Virgil Abloh and his family.
That's big,
but
bro.
Hey, you're like the next Virgil Abloh. You know what I mean?
I just have an authentic story, and
no, your authenticity, bro. You know everything how you
just
do.
like how he's an authentic man in the story. Like the way his life was lived, he was authentically living out the true gifts of who he was. Like as a DJ, he paid homage to skateboarding. And he kept it 100 with my homies, bro. Like he's just a real soulful individual who, it starts with the philosophy, bro. How do you see things? And if you could just tweak it and stop it at this time, like, let's leave it at that. Yes. Like he says, he thinks about like going back to his 17-year-old self. Those feelings, them feelings like when you get a hype on a pair of sneakers.
Well, right now when you were talking about how you were gluing your t-shirts to your
hype
jacket. Are we hearing? No, huh? He was talking about one of the things that one of the first things that started motivating his mom bought him a jacket from Tilly's, a puffer jacket from Tilly's,
white puffer.
So then he started gluing some of his old shirts, like
the graphics, the DC graphic,
to make it different. To make it his own. You know what I mean? And that reminded me also of Virgil before he passed away. There was these Jordans he came out, and he was, he had already designed the shoes, and then this fool, he grabbed the knife. I don't know, what do you call that special knife they use, that little tiny like X-Acto knife, I guess. X-Acto knife. He started cutting holes, fool. He started cutting holes. He posted on his story because I was following him at the time.
Wait, who you said?
Virgil.
Oh, whoa, okay.
You didn't know that?
That's dope. I didn't know.
He started cutting holes into these J's. I'll show him.
True, exactly. He cut that circle.
Exactly.
With the fours.
There was even bags full, like purses for women that had holes around it and shit. So that was his thing. He started doing it. His creativity, bro.
Right.
And so that's something that reminded me.
It's really just shifting the new perspective. We're just sharing a new perspective. Like these are Jordan 4s, but imagine if like we had some ventilation right here and you could see a circle strip of your sock. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I'm sure that was his mindset, maybe. And just to make it a little tweak different. That's it. Just cut out that hole. Boom. Now you can see your socks. Show off the fly socks. Now you got some air ventilation as he's wearing the 4s. Like Sometimes when we wear the 4s, like you get kind of sweaty up in there. So like maybe now It's all about following your gut. Like what?
Yeah.
What kind of experience do you want?
The creativity. Hey, bro, did you ever, like, reversing back, like, years when you were really starting, did you ever imagine, like, you be wearing your own name brand glasses? Cause,
never.
Fuck, that's like somebody's dream. Everybody's dream is like, fuck, that shit was hard, huh?
And that's why when God says that he can do immeasurably more than you can fathom or imagine, that is Jesus Christ. Like, when I read that, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm hyped on that, but I wasn't really seeing it. It's because God was always knocking, but I was never answering. Because even during that time, like another a Haitian lady who was like, she dressed like, she was very graceful and elegant, married, basically that perfect, life you would imagine success. But she would always ask me, Stephen, would you style me, Stephen? Like I would pay you to be my stylist. And I just get like, come on, you teasing, you playing. But see, he kept knocking. I had to, just answer. Yeah, man, answer the calling. Everybody has a calling, but do you have the courage and do you have the faith enough and the work ethic enough to answer the calling?
Yeah, for sure.
The calling's within the spirit, which is in the gut and your intuition.
Is there any rapper you would want to make a song with? Like,
man.
Like famous rapper?
I really thought about that. Kendrick. I
Kendrick?
can see myself Kendrick, yeah.
I kind of guessed it.
Yeah. Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like, our stories, we're both cultivated from an inner city, you know?
So you're Team Kendrick, then you're not Team Drake?
Nothing against Drake. I love his records, make great, incredible records, but, he represents the sixth God at the end of the day, and I can't stand for that. I'm just being honey. Like, I can't, I don't stand on Satan vibes. So... God will rise, you feel me? And Drake was undefeated, completely undefeated until Kendrick from the West shut him down.
Yeah.
You know
That was good too. But shit, we're about to run out of time. We're already at the end.
Yeah.
So I want to close out with the most viral question right now.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Mexican of all time?
It's if I'm being 100 or just being sarcastic.
No, 100.
Okay,
Whatever you want. What came up to your head right now when I asked it? Come on.
It's tough, bro. That's really a tough question.
He's like my ceviche guy that sells me the tostadas for $175.
Because I rock with, man. I can't even.
You gotta think this one wise.
It's
I heard a little Spanish back there from your girl. Make sure you know who you're gonna say.
Dang. Who's my favorite Mexican?
Yeah, who's your favorite Mexican of all time?
Like someone I know, or so as far as like
just of all time. The pressure's on when my boy stepping.
Mexican shoes. Oh man. Honestly, I can't really answer it. It's tough. That's a really tough question. It's one of them really tough questions because so many great, people who happen to be Mexican in my life, but I can't pick a favorite,
No, not one favorite? I have one favorite Mexican. Your favorite Mexican food truck cook?
Okay, yeah, we can talk about that. We can talk about that. Let's ask that then. What's my favorite Mexican?
Nah. Who's your favorite Mexican of all time? Of all time.
Bill Clinton.
The fuck? He's not Mexican. I was like, maybe because he was moving bricks.
Barack Obama. I cannot say, man. You know what? I'm gonna share this randomly, but the guy who comes in and does the termites in my building. No, I ain't gonna lie. Like,
what's his name?
If I can just give, I have a lot of favorite Mexicans, so it's nothing to discredit anybody else.
Your termite pest control guy, his name.
It's his character and his humility. That like, this dude, you can tell he's well kept, has a successful family. He's a leader, but why is he still doing a termite job? Like, doing infesting like cockroaches, right? He's here to spray out the building, and you know what I'm saying. I'm just being honest though.
This is kind of random.
I know
I've never heard that one before.
I've
heard coworker. I've heard all kinds of artists.
Sometimes the last
termite guy.
Hey, I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. So like,
why is he your favorite?
Here's why. Because his character.
His character.
His character and his humility. When he comes in,
let me find out. The termite guy, be all swagged out, all this designing, and you're stealing his designs.
A simple where his termite company, polo shirt tucked in, some jeans, and he's here to handle the job and come with great spirits. Every time he comes in, he's smiling, he's happy, like he's joyous, he's appreciative.
Okay.
Like, bro, imagine you work in that type of job. Just imagine that title, like you work with infested roaches and termites, whatever. It's like the lowly type job, the world may presume, but like this guy is actually a very impactful man because, see, first of all, he comes in with a great attitude, cheerful, joyful, and now he actually came up with his own run club. That's what he does. Besides that, when the uniform is off, he's the leader of his run club.
I just pictured the termite guy pointing up to your house. You're taking away 30 minutes from his time. Tell him, dude, I'm telling you, you should start your own shoe company. You should start your own termite company, man.
Yeah. Well, so
what's his name though? What's his name?
I don't even know his name, bro. But
Pedro.
I don't even know his name, but
Juan.
He's a good dude. It was his heart. So if I could just share, like.
So your favorite Mexican, you don't know his name too.
I don't even know his name, but I know who he is. You know what I'm saying? By his spirit, So great attitude, always happy, always joyous, and serving. And he does this to help save, like lives. And he's a long marathon runner, but he'll slow his pace, for
he runs marathons woman,
too. So what? Yeah, this guy run marathons, what? Like literally, and this dude can just run for hours. He does this every day. He runs for. I admire, bro. How do you run for 6 hours?
He runs
straight?
More than you.
Way.
Because your ass runs a lot. Every time I see your videos, at least one times per day, I see your ass running. I don't really
run beyond a mile. Like it's hard for me.
You're right. He just does it for stories.
I'm a fast sprint. I like to explode, but I don't really like doing long distance running.
You know what'd be funny if you're running and you're doing a story and then you crash into a post.
Man, I know that was crazy. Thank God it never happened, and I be doing some wild, crazy things. That'd be crazy. Maybe. Maybe. I'll post it too. But I've been jumping over all kinds of stuff, like the fire hydrants, over a car, over a bush, off the roof, you know.
Bro, I seen you fucking do a backflip and shit. That's just nuts. That's dope. I don't know a lot of people who can do that.
Oh yeah.
I think you're the only friend that I have that can do that.
Backflip. I can teach you right now. I watch this. Come here.
Oh yeah,
guys, look, watch this. I'm gonna show you the secret sauce. Look, it's XXY up down BB.
There you go. You got it, guys.
That's how you crack the code.
And before we close out,
to
all your fans, everybody that looks at you on Instagram, follows you, and who looks up to you and your brand, what do you want to say to them? Is there any motivational quotes or anything you want to close out with?
Yeah, bro, simple as this. Like, when you literally put God first, that means, like, start with prayer, start with your heart, you know, purify your heart, and get in that word. Like, I'm not even trying to be, I'm not religious at all. I'm just putting you on game. It's getting that word, and you're going to see how it transform your life. You know, so I'm going to keep it simple as that. I ain't got to dig too deep in it, but, like, deepen your relationship in prayer. Like, when you pray, don't have it all, like, you know, verbatim. Like, really just speak from your heart. Like, God is your best friend. And so
and you don't necessarily need to go to church, guys, to praise God or Jesus Christ.
You know what church is? It's the body of Christ. You know, it's the members of Christ. The body is you. The eye cannot say to the hand, I don't need you. Say you function as podcast, I function as, you know, rapping artist, designer. We're all needed. We function differently, but we're all in one body.
Correct.
One in mind, one in spirit.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, you know, there's a lot of outside white noises in your ear. You know, don't always listen to those noises. You know, you got to listen to, like, your gut, and you can get those clarifications when you're in tune with God. You know, so that's by knowing the secret and the keys. In the word.
You think it's God or Jesus Christ, that voice you hear in your head? Because it's not you.
Yeah. It's the Holy Spirit.
I think it's not us.
It's the Holy
Spirit. You know, like right now, if whatever you're thinking in your head is telling you, Brian, what
we all know what's right from wrong. You know, like, what
it's not you, because how you talk to yourself. You know what I mean? It's a different voice.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever thought about that?
Yeah. So last encouragement, if I could say, like, you know, practice, you know, loving, graceful self-dialogue. How are we talking to ourselves? You know, sometimes I'm like, I'm weak. I can't do this. You know, I'm not that special. Yeah. You know, when you really feel that way or speak that way, you are that way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So reverse your self-dialogue. When you are powerful, because God gave you a spirit of power, love, and self-restraint, you know, self-control. You know, then you're going to rise on top.
Well, amen to that, man.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today from far away. All the way from Long Beach. I appreciate your time. Yes, stay tuned, fam, because we got some dope content with my boy Steph. He's an amazing rapper now. You guys are going to have some dope coming.
Yes, sir.
All right, so
bless
up, guys. Peace out. And thank you.
Big love. Tap in, Steph and Leap. God's Kingdom.